There's a woman named Shirley with a pancake-flat childhood. Never knew her father, lost her mother at 5, and her sole family tie is that poor flag. It reads for my lovely daughter. Seeing the charm in Shirley's hand, Yangzi felt as sweet as honey, at least she's loved. When she got home, the son was already sneaking out to play. Yangzi took a deep breath with 2 lunch boxes in hand. Little did she know a giant Buddha was waiting for her at home. The man looked drained. On seeing Yangzi, he launched a fault-finding contest, with the bottle as his weapon. More cautiously, Yangzi resisted. The bolder her opponent grew, and she ended up pushed aside, roaming barefoot like a stray cat all day. Passers-by eyed her like she was an exhibit in a zoo. Out of desperation, Yangzi finally mustered the courage to visit the police station and share her romantic sorrow. Her boyfriend was a gigolo, sweet as honey when they first met, making love naive Yangzi fall instantly. Yangzi's face sighed instantly, time to ditch that thought. It's January, the coldest month, and there she was, sitting on a chilly stone bench. Seeing passing female staff, she wondered how she got here. Life's a bottomless slide, she wants to scream. But her cries fell on deaf ears. The next day, a young colleague waved goodbye, announcing her pregnancy. Seemed like she was off to. Her colleague looked like she had just won $1 million, which pierced Yangzi's heart deeply. Seems everyone else was crying for help from the abyss, while she was stuck sharing ice cream. Why did she get picked up by a rich guy? Didn't I try my best to live? The harsh sunlight reflected off Yangzi's contorted face. Suddenly, an idea popped into Yangzi's mind. Why not flip the script completely? But just as she was about to go for it, a black car rolled up and 2 men jumped out, swiftly snatching her away. Turns out they were part of a gang that specialized in nabbing working girls, and their leader was a guy named Shindai. Shindai treated Yangzi like a toy, and his slap came down on her face like a hammer. Subtitles. When he noticed that Yangzi didn't resist, he escalated his force until she was suffocating, and only then did he release her. Why did her destiny have to be so cruelly unfortunate? Is living really that hard? So, Yangzi proposed a deal to Shintai. You know about killing, I know about insurance, let's collaborate. If they kill her jerk of a boyfriend, there's a cool $1 million in insurance money waiting. Shintai didn't hesitate to agree, and they quickly started plotting their grand celebration. To take care of Yangzi's boyfriend, they first had to let him drop his guard. Shintai warmly hosted him at the bar and introduced him to a new He offered a job with free meals and lodging, a sweet deal. Ryo was brainwashed, trusting Shintai like his own father. Meanwhile, Yangzi wasn't idle. She used Ryo's ID to marry and insured him, naming herself the beneficiary. During this period, Shintai confessed to Yangzi, and they became romantic buddies. On the fireworks night, Shintai got Ryo drunk and left him on a road without surveillance. They carefully set up a staged accident, while Yangzi was busy working to create an alibi. Soon enough, the police called her in to identify the body. Upon seeing Ryo's body, memories of her brother's murder flooded her mind, and she started mimicking her mother, letting out a primal roar, successfully securing the insurance. With this opportunity, Shintai invited Yangzi to stay longer, making her uneasy because she knew deep down that Shintai was not the man to rely on. Even so, she was afraid of losing this love. One day, Shintai suddenly introduced her to another man. Subtitle: Akira, the driver, was a street person picked up by Shintai. Besides robbing, Shintai also ran a small firm. They specialized in finding the homeless in the streets, providing them shelters, and then helping them apply for welfare, literally acting like their new parents. Shintai tells Akira that Ryo is a robbery murderer and asks him to help him take revenge. This way, he could eliminate the big problem without getting his hands dirty, leaving Yangzi puzzled about Shintai's true intentions. Unexpectedly, Shintai switched gears, saying it was time to pay off Akira, leading Yangzi to marry him instead. Then they staged another accident to claim insurance money, using the same old tricks. It was only after her third husband died that Yangzi realized she was stuck in yet another bottomless pit. She felt it was only a matter of time before her turn came. That day, she went to visit her mother, only to find that her mother had developed Alzheimer's, filling her with despair. In an emotional flood, she revealed all the pain she'd been through over the years. Mom, to support you, I sold my body and suffered abuse from it, and now I'm in the business of murder and insurance fraud. Yangzi screamed in despair at her mother. Subtitles: Her mother not only didn't respond to her at all, but also asked about her brother's whereabouts. Where is Jun-chan? In that moment, Yangzi understood her mother didn't constrain her, she simply never cared. It was herself she couldn't escape from. Fate had cornered her into another fork in the road, and Yangzi decided it was time to sever ties with her past. She prepared to run over her third husband, Bomu, and spill Shindai's plan to him. She showed him various pieces of evidence, her heart heavy with sorrow. This is indeed extremely painful, so painful that it made someone want to pack up and flee. What's next is your turn to be killed. If you don't run, you'll get whacked. It's a game you can't escape. Yangzi told Bomu, if you want to survive, we need to team up and take Shindai down. Subtitles. Bomu had few choices but to go all in. Yangzi went along with Shindai's plan on the surface. Secretly seeking hidden insurance, Oct 21 was Yangzi's 35th birthday. Dressed in a red dress, she cooked dinner with Shindai at home while Bomu lay in wait in her closet with a machine gun ready to strike. As Shindai sliced the steak, he shared stories of his past with cows, fondly recalling how he adored those cows and lambs. But no matter how much he loved those animals, they were just cash crops to him. However, as long as you continue to rely on me, I will cherish and care for you. Otherwise, there's always a possibility that you could turn into just another commodity.